thawing out some hamburger meat in the microwave, you know. And I thawed one pack out, and then the second pack, when I took the first pack out and put the second pack in, slammed the door, it hit me. I was like,
Did you?
and I felt dizzy like. And you know how you'll talk to yourself? Because I was looking at the microwave and I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what the microwave was. I mean,
God love it.
And I went, you know how you'll say, what the hell? Something? I was like, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, oh man, I got to get Sherry.
You know, his first thought was to get to...
And look, Christopher, I've always gotten on to him for listening to what I say, you know. I'm like, Chris, stop listening to the adults.
Your son, yeah.
You know, yeah. But this time I'm glad he did, because he hollered, Mom, something's wrong with Dad.
Poor boy. He's so sweet.
And I was going down the hall, and I went in the bedroom, and Sherry come out and looked at me, and I went, blah, 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 blah. I couldn't make nothing.
That's so sad.
And she started crying right in my face, you know. She said, oh no. She knew what happened, you know. She knew I had a stroke. But I was trying to tell her not to call the paramedics, don't call the ambulance, because I knew I wasn't thinking about a stroke. Because I didn't know, you know what I mean? But I knew I didn't want to go to the emergency room, and then they put me in ICU and put me down in that little room with ventilators or whatever.
Yep.
I'm claustrophobic, you know, I can stand that.
I am too.
And, anyway, she called my dad. When she called Daddy, he was at the lodge, and he heard me in the background.
What were you saying?
I was trying to talk to her. I was just going, blah, 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 blah. Jamie came over. You can ask Jamie.
That's so sad.
He said, Bubba, you had your own language. You was going, blah, 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 blah.
Aww.
And I was trying to say, Bubba, I know what's going on.
Damn it, my phone died, but yours didn't.
It was going blah, 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 blah. So anyway, they come, ambulance come, and I was sitting out in the front yard, you know, and see, my stroke happened on my right side. Most people's happen on their left. Mine's on my right. Yeah, yours is. You're right.
Oh, wait, no, wait, which can you tell? It was on my left side.
Well, mine ain't on my right.
Yeah,
I was sitting out in the front yard doing this. I was doing like this when the paramedics got there. And he walked down in the yard and he looked at me. He said, can you tell me your name? Blah, blah, blah. And he was like, what's going on with your right arm? I said, it's dead, you know.
We didn't turn the background off.
And so, anyway, they rushed me to the hospital, you know, UAB. And when they got me there, I went in this little back room, and all these nurses and people were coming up to me, you know, all the doctors and nurses, and were like, what is your name? Can you tell me your name? And I was like, blah, 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 blah. You know? And they were like, can you lift my hands? They'd hold my feet down, lift my hands. And I'd try, you know, and then they'd put their hands on mine and say, lift my hands. About that time, this doctor came in. Man, it freaked me out. I mean, he come in like, Mr. Palmer, he said, you got a blood clot on the right side of your brain. If we don't operate now, it can be too late. And I'm like, you know, like, what? And I was trying to say my family, you know, and I think I got out family. And he said, it's too late for that. We've got to go now. Do you consent? I'm like, yeah, they ran me down this hall. I swear it's like you see on TV. I saw the ceiling, you know, like, they were running with me. and got me to this one room and wheeled me in. And he come in there. He said, Mr. Palmer, well, on the way down there, he was saying, I can't sedate you. He was running beside him, you know. He said, so it's going to hurt. You're going to feel pain. He said, in a minute, you're going to feel hard. You're going to hear a loud stick. It's going to hurt. He said, but I need you alert. I can't have you any kind of drowsy. I need you awake. And so he come
God
in there.
love him. I know that hurt.
He was standing like right here on this side of me. And I felt pow. Like, and he said, I'm sorry, that's the worst of it. And then I felt this thing go up me, up inside my body, you know.
Gosh.
And he went like this, and he goes, what is your name? And he was feeling like this, you know, and I was like, I know it, you know, but he was like, who's the president? And I was like, you know, I knew it, but I couldn't think the words. And then he said, where are you from? And he kept looking like this on the monitor, and he said, can you tell me where you're from? And I went, all of a sudden, I said, Doc, I'm Gregory Scott Palmer. And I live at 2738 Valley Road. I said, the president's Joe Biden. Nobody likes him. And he was like, he looked at the other guy. He said, I got it.
Yay!
And it was crazy because they can reverse a stroke.
That is a audience applause.
They reverse a stroke now.
That is so amazing.
That's why they say timing is of the essence. Because if you get there on time, they can get to it.
Had they reversed it?
He dissolved the blood clot.
Oh.
Yeah, when he dissolved it, it went away and it...
I would like to share this with a bunch of people if it's okay with you. It's not going to be like Facebook people. I'm talking about people who do this and speak. This is the best, most touching and inspiring and just sweet. Do you not think so? And it make you cry and laugh at the same time. What does that mean?
You're biased, though.
What do you mean?
Because I'm your dad.
So?
No, you just...
Oh, you think that because you're my dad that I think, oh, he can do this. No, I was noticing, right now I was stepping outside of that and judging, okay? I'll be honest. And I was judging your hand movements, the way you presented yourself, the way you was explaining everything, and just the everything. And it was nothing to do with, that's my dad. I was thinking, wow, this guy really, went through this, and he's telling you about a extremely,
True story.
It was a nightmare, but a story.
I remember
everything. And that doesn't happen very much. So, yeah, I mean, I really think you could do
my wife.
I would like for a bunch of people to hear this.
Look, my wife says...
If it's okay with you.
Let me tell you this. My wife says I'm the smartest man she's ever met.
You are.
Okay? But look, when God touched me that night, I couldn't even make out the word hey. You know what I mean? I couldn't, because it's like when God touches you, man, all the studying I've did, all the, of the Bible, all the reading books that I've did, everything that I've did, Sherry says, and of course she's my wife, so she's going to say that, but she says that I'm the smartest man she's ever met, but
Of course you are.
But I'm saying, when I had that stroke, I couldn't even say my name.
God.
Wild, ain't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I was trying to talk. Jamie asked you, because he was tripping out on me. He said, You should have saw his face.
You know, when I found out I
I was
had
going.
MS, how can
I
you
was
tie my
going.
shoes?
Blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
He said, Bubba, you had your own language.
I wouldn't have known what to do. I would have been freaking out. I'm so
Maybe
glad
was
you're
too.
okay.
Daddy got there in 3 minutes.
Wow. 3 minutes?
Dad did.
What? Super
When
dead.
he heard me over the phone,
That's sweet.
that was the second time. First time I was at his house.
Really?
And I thought I was having a heart attack.
Oh my God.
My chest started burning.
It's a good thing you
hurting.
wasn't there. Because he was probably on it. I'm like that. I'll call 911 right then.
When Daddy called, he said, when I called, or Sherry called Daddy, he said he heard me in the background. Yeah, he could tell. No, he heard I was in pain. He could tell. That was that time. Yeah, he heard me in the background saying blah, blah, blah. And you can't make that up.
No, you can't. Absolutely
It was
not.
a language that it was.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It was. Sherry said it was a trip. She just started crying.
Yeah, I
I
would
couldn't even
have.
tie my shoes.
I would have cried.
Could not tie my shoes.
And you know,
nothing.
I cried to drop the
I
hat.
didn't have a stroke. I found out I have MS.
Oh,
Yeah. But look,
I'm gonna get your story too.
I cried to drop the hat.
Me too.
But when she grabbed me and started crying, I normally cry when I tell that.
Yeah.
But that night I was looking at her like, why are you crying?
That's so
You
sweet.
know what I mean? I completely did not know
What was going
what
on?
was going on. But now I look back on it and remember that.
Isn't that crazy? It's like
Yeah.
two. This year's.
Two different worlds.
Yeah, it's like your consciousness.
Now, Jamie will tell you. You ought to
It's
hear
like
Jamie.
it's like two. What can I say? It's like you know what's going on, but you don't at the same time. But
Yeah.
I mean, you can look back and remember it like you was there, but you didn't know. I don't know.
Right.
It's weird.
Well, it's like Billy.
I don't know how to explain it.
Billy had her bleeding on the brain. There was so much pressure they had to cut her
Oof.
and release the pressure.
That is sad.
Just by them cutting on your brain one time, they cut in her. She turned into a little child.
Oh my goodness.
She was back at home. She was calling Daddy, Daddy. She thought Daddy was her dad.
That's sad. How did they do that to her? I don't understand how.
What?
How did they do that?
Well, Daddy said she went to bed and she fell off the bed and hit her head on the nightstand.
Oh my God.
And she laid down, it's just a little knot, you know.
Oh.
She laid down, went to bed, and the next morning he couldn't get her up.
Oh my God.
They
I bet he
always-
freaked
my
out.
mom's always told me, if you bump your head, don't lay down
A
and
doctor I
sleep.
heard said, well, it don't matter if you lay down or go to sleep. If you're going to die, you're going to die.
The doctor said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's a proven situation with Billy.
Let me use this. I'm sorry.
She went in there and laid down and went to sleep. And Daddy couldn't get her up the next morning.
She went passed away though, right?
No, she was awake. Alive, but breathing. But he couldn't get her to wake up. And that's a scary situation.
Yeah. Because I know someone who found someone asleep and ended up being in a coma,
They
an
found that-
alcoholic coma.
They found that she was bleeding in her brain.
God, that's awful.
And what she hit her head on?
The
Nightstand.
nightstand.
How?
Their bed
Rolled off.
is like this high.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. They needed up rails for them, rails. I mean,
Changed the size of his mattress.
yeah. I wouldn't be up that high, no way.
I remember Laura,
Okay.
my cousin Laura.
Okay.
My cousin
Okay,
Laura,
ladies and gentlemen, that was Scott Palmer's story, and it was amazing.
She found out when